Hello, I'm Fiona, and today we're going to do some fascia work, which is very full-bodied work, but we're usually doing it in the chair. Today, we're going to do some of it standing as well. Now, if you have a problem with standing in some of the positions, we can lean against the chair or we can go back into the chair. Okay, so what I'll do is I'm going to do the whole exercise standing, and then I'm going to sort of show you how to actually do that with the chair as well. So let's begin. We're going to start with something we have been doing in the chair called totally twisted, because it really undoes the whole body. We're going to take our right foot across the left. Now for balance, the closer they are together, the more you have to have balance. The further apart they are, this will probably help you with your balance. From here, we're going to pull up through the core. So you pull up those sex organs and you pull the belly back to the spine. And as you're doing that, just notice how that actually makes you more stable. Switch it off, feel how you're wobbling, switch it on, and it holds you. So that's a little bit of a hint for balance, people. The next one is to take your right hand under and the left arm on top. Now, as I turn my head to the right, so I'm really wringing myself out here, I'm going to spiral my body to the left. Here, I'm going to take my tongue and stick it in my left cheek. And while I'm doing that, what am I doing? I'm actually expanding the pressure. I'm putting more pressure up into my head. So I inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. Here we go. One more. And relax your tongue. Now we're going to do stage breath. We inhale through the mouth and more, filling up even more, and exhale. Maybe you can spiral a bit further. Inhale through the mouth and more, and more, and exhale. And again, more, and more, and more, exhale. So there's just 3 of them. Now anchor your gaze. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Inhaling, exhaling. Keep pulling on your core, inhaling, exhale. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Perfect. Now from here, what we're going to do is slowly, don't undo your legs, don't undo your arms, we'll slowly return to center. Make sure your core is on. Pull it on again. If it came off, turn your head to the right, spiral your body to the left. Stick your tongue in your cheek. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. 5 more. 4 more. Inhale through the mouth. And more. And even more. And exhale. Inhale. And more. And more. And exhale. Inhale. And more. And more. Exhale. Good. Now anchoring your gaze. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And again. One more. Now, some of you will be able to hinge at the hips and take yourself down, turning the body more to the left and the hip to the right. And here, you would breathe in through the mouth and breathe out through the mouth. So you're inflating the body and breathe out through the mouth. Now keep that up if you can. If you happen to be in your chair, now you're leaned forward and you're inhaling in the body and exhaling, inhaling and exhaling. Take the breath right into that place between the scapulas. Inhale, exhale. 3 more. 2 more. And 1 more. Good. Now we come out. We unwind. Whether you're standing or sitting, notice how you are. Either place, what I'd like you to do, other than a move, is go on a little meander. Walk infinity signs. Walk in the shape of 8. Why are we doing that? Because it recalibrates. It helps you to balance the left and right hemisphere of not just the brain, but of both sides of your body. When you're ready, you come back to where you began, whether that's on the chair or standing, and just notice how you are. Now, although we've only done one side, some of you are going to feel like you just came into balance. Okay, so notice how it is. And what we're going to do now is the other side. Because the body spirals, so we're going to take the left foot across. Now, if we were sitting, feel like a clown, going from one position to the other, we would take the left leg across. So we've got the left leg across, we switch on the core, whether we're sitting or standing, pull the belly back to the spine, take the left hand underneath, the right hand on top. Turn your head to the left as you spiral the body to the right. Inhale through, take your tongue into the cheek to add more pressure to the head. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. Inhale and exhale. 4 more like that. Good. Relax the tongue. We're sipping the breath in stages. Breathing in through the mouth. Breathe in more. Add even more. Exhale. 2 more like that. Breath in. Breathe in more. Breathe in more. And exhale. Breath in. And more. And more. And exhale. Good. Anchor your gaze. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. 5 more. Maybe you can wind a little further. Switch your core on. 2 more. 1. Good. Right, here we go. We are going to leave the legs as they are. We're going to take the arms just as they are. Turn your head to the right, body to the left. Tongue in your right cheek. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. Keep the core on. Good. Inhale through the mouth, and more, and more. Exhale. Inhale through the mouth, and more, and more, and exhale. Inhale through the mouth, and more, and more, and exhale. Good, anchor your gaze. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Keep going. To inflate the body and then release the breath. Keep the core on. Notice where the breath is now. Breathe into your upper back, between the shoulder blades. You'll feel it in other places, but a lot of people have expressed that they're holding there. One more time. Good. Now we hinge. Now if you can do that standing, you'll go straight down with straight legs, with the body turned left and the head turned right, inflating your body with breath. Full breath in through the mouth. Feel it everywhere. Full breath out through the mouth. If you're on your chairs, I'm moving to this position. Got it over. Return to inhale through the mouth. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Good. And then off we come. Let it go. Stepping out. I know that I'm still in frame. And exhale. Okay, so just feeling into your body, going on a little meander, doing a figure eight. And if that's not available to you, you could be doing infinity signs on your chair. All right? So the next one we're going to do is swinger. And this is going to really take us into that one whole side. So it's the hips and the shoulder, across the back on one side. Particularly for people that are playing tennis, doing one-sided sports or activities and holding a lot of tension. It's not the only reason we hold one-sided tension, but it is one. Let's bend our knees a bit and take our hands down to the top of the knees with the palms facing inwards. From here, I want to take my right hand to my left shoulder and my left hand above the elbow. I'm going to grab that flesh above the elbow and I'm going to turn it out a bit and then pull it down. So I'm really pulling from the scapula and the shoulder across. Now, as I draw my body over to the left, I'm looking to the right. And I'm going to stick my bottom out further towards the back wall as I draw my shoulder over towards the left knee. Doesn't matter how low you are, whatever is working for you, take a breath in through your mouth and out through your mouth. Breath in and breath out. Breath in and breath out. Breath in and breath out. Good. Now we're coming out slowly. Always move slowly. If you move fast, the fascia will contract to protect you. Take it down. Notice how you feel. You can go on a little walk. You could have done that sitting. Let's go and do the other side. So I'm bending my knees a bit. So if I show you sideways, I'm bending my knees a bit. I'm taking my hands down to the top of my knees. This time I'm going to take my left hand to my right shoulder and my right hand to my left elbow. I'm going to grab the flesh above the elbow, turn it out and pull it down towards the elbow. Now, what I'm going to do is as I look to the left, I'm going to draw this shoulder, the rib cage, towards the right. I'm going as low as I can be comfortable. I'm going to inflate this shape with breath. Full breath in and full breath out. Full breath in and full breath out. Full breath in and full breath out. And again. Let's come out slowly. Notice how it feels. Check out your body now. Again, walking in your figure 8 can help you to reset, to let the fascia that has been restricted in other places, like it's restricted at the pelvic floor, it's restricted through the arm, it was just where you could feel the breath, and then when you let go, that fascia, which is the 4th stage of water, resets, and it can reset by different way. So let's notice how that is in your body. What does it feel like? We're going again into the shoulder because that was the request. We're going to do this through the hands and the arms. So I'm going to take my right hand and I'm going to take those fingers. Let's go sideways. I'm going to take those fingers and press out through the heel of the hand, yeah? And then from here, I'm going to switch on my core. So that means that I'm switching, I'm putting on a switch between my lower body and my upper body. I'm pressing out through my hand. That means I'm putting the pressure into my forearm rather than all the way to my fingers, if that makes sense. And then from there, I'm going to maintain that pressure as I breathe. Breath in and breath out. Now your circles could be a lot smaller. Breath in, just move in any direction and breath out. Breath in and breath out. So, and it can be quite uncomfortable through the fingers, but bear with it. Those fingers will thank you for it. Now from here, what we're going to do is slowly bend our elbow. As we're pulling back through the fingers, I'm keeping that stress in the forearm until the elbow hits my side rib. Now I'm going to attach that there. Then I'm going to take the hand up until it's in line with the shoulder. Now I'm going to turn the hand out. Have a look from this direction. I've turned the hand out and I've turned the head the other way. I'm going to inhale through the mouth and exhale through the mouth. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. And again. Good. And then I'm going to take it out, drop it down, feel that arm compared to the other. You might find that this one feels very released, which makes the other one feel a bit more robotic. Let's do the other side. Okay, so I'm taking my fingers on my left hand and pulling them back as I push out through the heel of my hand, shoulders dropped. Okay, now from this position, I'm going to switch on my core again, pulling the belly back to the spine, pulling up through my sex organs as I inhale through the mouth and exhale through the mouth. Now on this side, I feel different movements, different places I could stretch into. So my movement is not exactly the same from one side to the other. It's as individual as I am. The fact that some of you have got, pain on one side is showing that you're quite individual from one side to the other. So move in what feels appropriate to get more stretch, more pressure on this side. Now from that position, I would like you to slowly bring your elbow towards your ribs. You're maintaining pressure in the forearm. The forearm never gets stretched, even in yoga. Let's slowly take our hand up to the shoulder and slowly turn the hand out to the left as I turn my head to the right. Re-switch on your core. Inhale through the mouth and exhale through the mouth. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. One more. And then undo. Undo. And you'll feel the water over you move. You feel, maybe you tingly alive. How exactly do you feel changes? What changes are you noticing? The next one we're going to do is I want you to take your right hand to the outside of your left shoulder, but not onto the bone and not onto the scapula. There's flesh here to the side. So I'm grabbing flesh there. Now I can use my trusty headband or my face washer, okay, because where I am, it's quite hot. So I'm dealing with sweat. You might be just dealing with, I can't get a great grip. So I grab that flesh there and I pull it up. Okay, so I'm pulling that flesh up. And then I'm going to, what am I doing on the other side? Okay, so I'm pulling the flesh up and then I'm coming down in, oh yeah, I'm taking my hand around the rib, okay? So my hand is around the right rib. I'm grabbing the flesh there and pulling it forward. So I'm feeling a stretch through the skin across my back, okay? And that will incorporate this area that some of you have been complaining about. What I'd like you to do now is to switch on your core again if it's switched itself off. Pull up through the sex organs, pull the belly back to the spine, hold it. Great. Now from here, what we're going to do is sticking the bottom out and drawing. The elbow gets higher and higher as I take the opposite shoulder down, okay? So the right elbow is going towards my left knee. Let me turn my head away so I continue that natural spiraling through the body. I take a breath in and out. 3 more, big breath, and out. 2 more, and out. Good, push the floor away. Up we come, and notice how that is. Difference between one side and the other. You can go for a little meander. If you're sitting on your chair, you can move and make infinity signs. We're going to the other side. So I take my left hand to the right shoulder, to the flesh on the outside, below that shoulder bone, on the outside of the scapula, and I pull it up. From here, I grab the other hand around my ribs. I grab that flesh and pull it forward. Now the third point is I'm going to pull up through the sex organs, pull the belly back to the spine. So everything's anchored in place, okay? From here, I'm going to bend my knees and I'm going to draw my left elbow towards my right knee as I look to the left. I'm taking a breath in here and breath out. Breath in and breath out. Breathing in and breathing out. And again. Good. Push the floor away. Coming up slowly. Let it go. Notice how you're feeling through your back. Now, I had a request for shins and ankles. Consequently, I'm going back to the chair. You could sit on the floor. So let's go do one leg, okay? So I've got my hands like this, gripping, and I'm going to get them to grip the flesh on the front of the shin, kind of just above the ankle. I'm going to grip it and I'm going to pull up. So I'm finding a way to stretch up. Again, I could use my trusty headband or face washer or whatever. And I can grab that and I pull up and I maintain that. Now, as I pull up now, what I'm going to do, and now it feels like stretching, is I'm going to circle my foot with the breath. Breath in, breath out. Breath in, breath out. So I can change directions and I'm flexing and extending. Breath in and breath out. Good. Stop and notice. Then I'm going to take my awareness across. So I'm going to put my foot across and I'm going to take my hand and If you had little brothers that did Chinese burns, you're an expert. So I'm going to take the flesh off my ankle from the inside and roll it outside. And then just above that, I'm going to roll it in. So again, Chinese burn. One side's going out, one side's going in. Okay, and then again, I'm going to circle. In through the mouth, out through the mouth. In through the mouth, out through the mouth. Good, let that go. And notice how it feels. So I'm noticing my ankle, my leg, everything that's going on down there. That side compared to the other. What do you notice? Let's go to the other side. So I've got my hands around the shin bone, around about the ankle, grab it and I'm going to pull up. I'm going to definitely find a stretch. And then I'm circling as I'm pulling up and circling and point and flex. Good. Circling round. And then I'm going to go into my Chinese burn. So my bottom hand, I'm going to use it to roll from inside to out. And the top hand, I'm going to grab to roll from outside to in. And now I'm going to circle again. And the other side. Point and flex. And letting that go. Noticing what's going on through your body, what's going on right there where you are. So feeling in. Now, I'm going to do something for Pete, but it's for hands, which also affects feet, right? So as I work into hands and wrists, I'm also working into feet and ankles. Why? Because we have 3 pressure systems. So think of the kid's balloon. So I've got it's tied off into 3 sections. As I'm working through one section, I'm moving the pressure there. It changes the other sections, right? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our left hand and I want you to grab the thumb. I want you to grab the thumb and roll it out towards you, yeah? And then I want you to pull it away as you draw the hand in towards you. So I'm pulling apart, rolled out and pulled apart. And I'm going to breathe in through my mouth and out through my mouth. In through my mouth. So I'm getting a little bit of movement here if I want. Out through my mouth. In through my mouth. Out through my mouth. One more. Good. Let it go. Notice. Next one is the pointer finger. Now I'm going to grab the pointer finger and I'm going to hold it, turn it out, so turn it in towards the body in that case, pull it away, pull it in towards me, and again, breath in through the mouth, breath out through the mouth. In, out, in, out. And again, letting it go. Notice how it is. Third finger. I'm going to grab it, pull it away, turn it in towards the body, and again, breath in, breath out, breath in, breath out, and again. Good. Now, on the next 2 fingers, I'm going to grab and I'm going to roll out to the outside of the body. So this is the ring finger. I'm going to pull it out, roll it outside, and here we go again. 3 breaths, in through the mouth, out through the mouth, in through the mouth, out through the mouth, in, out, let it go. And then the little finger. I'm going to pull it out, roll the finger to the outside of the body, and here we go again. Breath in, breath out, breath in, breath out, breath in, and breath out. Let it go. Notice how that hand feels compared to the other. And then just shift that energy, that awareness up through the arms and that side of the body, what's going on. Let's go to the other side. So I'm going to grab my thumb, pull it away from the hand and roll out. Maintain it, draw it towards me, still pulling apart. Breath in through my mouth, breath out through my mouth. Breath in, breath out. Breath in, breath out. One more. Next one, pointer finger. Grab it, turn it out, pull it away from the hands to create space. Breath in through the mouth, breath out. Breath in, breath out. Breath in, breath out. Next finger, grab it, pull it away, roll it out, so towards the thumb. Breath in through the mouth, breath out. Breath in, breath out. Breath in, breath out. The other finger, I don't think it's called the ring finger. Grab it on this side, roll it to the outside of the body, pull it away from the hand. Breath in through the mouth, breath out. Breath in, breath out. Breath in, breath out. And finally, the little finger, pull it away, roll it to the outside, keep pulling it apart. Breath in and breath out. Breath in, keep winding it, keep pulling apart, breath out. Breath in and breath out. Let it go. Notice what's going on where you are. I have zero idea of time, but I'm going to do one more. So I'm taking the heel of my hand and I'm going to take the right hand to my left temple with the fingers pointed back. I'm going to take the left palm to my right temple with the fingers pointed across the forehead. As I press into the temples, I'm going to turn the hands up and pull up. So I'm going to maintain the pulling up as I take the breath in through the nose and breath out through the nose. Looking up, breath in, breath out. Back to center, over to the right, breath in, breath out. Up and over to the left, breath in, breath out. Up and over sideways to the right, breath in, breath out. And to the left just sideways, breath in, breath out. And down to the right, breath in, breath out. And down to the left, breath in, breath out. And down to the center, breath in, breath out, and undo. So thank you for joining me this morning. And if you want to stay online, we won't be recording the next bit, and just talk to me about what worked and what didn't. Much love to you. We will be back on Tuesday and Friday. If you're in Australia, Sydney, Melbourne time, it's 11 a.m. If you happen to be in Bali, it's 9 a.m. Wherever you are, see you soon, and thank you so much for joining.